They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right.
Okay, ready?
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going over the top. He's got it inside the 15. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Now improvising. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Time to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The play action fake. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. This offense doing business in the red zone. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. First play of the drive wants to throw. They've got the screen set up. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Throws to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense is.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to...
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Off the boot, looking for his man. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Rides the back and leaves it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here.
Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the...
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off play action on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 balls at the 18.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Salt interwove, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
He'll pull it down and run. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, out of space. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? That ought to be enough. First play of the drive comes from the 41. From the shotgun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The inside handoff. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Winning those individual 6. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFB this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here's the Heat. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. The ball scores free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires is on the move. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did.
Looking for a huge play. Hits him in stride of the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, you know, makes those contested catches.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Trying to punch it in. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They're going to run it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the move, it's Webb. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He is not afraid to use that stiff arm as a weapon as he bangs his way to the 28.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might...
There he goes! He's at the 40. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
How about the explosive play by this offense, man? It's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute.
Couldn't ask for their starting field position for this offense. They'll go to the ground. Just ran him over. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run in the red zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets...
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Buys a little time. He's got an open man. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the... Turning it on! Got enough space, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Got him downfield. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the run deep down the right side. He's got it for a big play. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Now the play fake. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make a connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Dogs.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half.
3:25.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that.
Ready? Moves.
First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Here's the thing, not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away, doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He makes a catch. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Jukes his way for more.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Dogs are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6. They'll try the right side. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for... The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's
Off the 54-yard field goal miss, the offense will begin the drive from the 37. Off the play fake on first down. He's running out of time here. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Handoff here from the shotgun. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Running back with the football. Looks like Georgia will have the first down.
Here's a great example of back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. And he slings it deep back to the left side. That deep shot is caught for a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Dogs are on the move here. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. Catch made in space. Look out. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play. Offense now in the all-important red zone. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pass caught, can he get in? They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. Dogs will line up here on 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. They finally get him down, but it's a jump play through the air. Nice gain, moves the ball to the 47. Another 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Important 2nd down play coming up. On the run, it's Webb. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
But great patience and acceleration to be able to pick up this 1st down by this back from Georgia. You think of Georgia backs, you think about Herschel Walker right away, right? Sonny Michel, Todd Gurley.
Hauls it in outside the 10. He's still running. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They couldn't stop him there.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this.
catches a football. He is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Keeps it on the draw. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Moves out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. And they get the conversion there. Set up now, first down at the 38.
What a huge play for this offense as this half is coming to a close. Here's where you've got to get a little gritty because what seemed like a drive where you're happy to maybe come up with 3 points.
Looking downfield near the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. On first and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's hit as he throws it. He makes the ground. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. The gain moves the ball past the 40, sets up another first and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Defense is coming after him. The pass rush gets home.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He escapes the pocket. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. Defensive PI cost him 15 yards and gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Georgia setting up for the first and 10 now.
Let's go.
There's the handoff. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The back's got it. Not much on that play, brought down short.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So the drive gets underway, backed up at the 8-yard line. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking deep to the right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Dogs. Conference championship on the line. This quarterback told us, this is my time to shine. This is my stage, Kurt, and he is delivering.
Well, anytime you see a performance like this out of a quarterback, it's like the stars are in alignment. The quarterback's doing his job. The play caller is seeing the defense and putting them in a position to have success. And let's not forget the line.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with a big touchdown pass. And it breaks into the clear. Now here he goes. Past the 20. Inside the touchdown, Bulldogs. A tough run all the way to the end zone. What determination. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46.
Get set.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Chewing clock with the running game. Breaking tackles.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. Powers through. An exciting spin move, but doesn't produce much of a gain. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Can he get there on the ground? Inside the 35. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Using his legs. It's Webb. Some hard running there through a tackle. Shows off the stiff arm on the way to a solid game.
When you can run it like this with a late lead and the defense knows it's coming, that's a clear sign the offense has done its job. This defense is worn down at this point, and closing the game out should be pretty routine if they can keep this up.
Pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They finally stop it, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. a shotgun run call. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Pressure is coming. Here's a screen pass to the running back. He shreds the tackle.
A lot of times this can be a tough play to defend because you're so concerned with getting pressure on the quarterback. But here the defense does a good job at coming off of coverage and chasing down the receiver.
Throwing off play action. On the move now. He's got it with room to run. Touchdown, Dogs. As they claim the lead in this playoff game. We come out in the playoff game for no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got...
In the first play of the drive now from the 25. They're going to run it. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
And the back gets the football. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front seven of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting...
Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
In the first play of the drive now from the 25. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And it'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and the run fits on that play.
Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking deep downfield to the left. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously...
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to set up a screen pass here. The defense flies in to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal yardage to the 9. 1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. He'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense spends their 2nd timeout to try to regroup. Ball back at the 10-yard line now for 2nd and goal. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. He shreds the tackle. The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. And the offense facing a 3rd and goal from a long way away. They snap it, quarterback looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. His whole...
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield.
Well, that's just a miscommunication here. That's busted coverage by the defense. There's no way you can leave a receiver that open. One problem for the offense is the quarterback misses the throw. That's a touchdown.
Looking to scramble. Throws it to the right. He's got it in the open. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, the magnitude of these CFP matchups is always on another level. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays.
Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. He'll test the right side here. He's got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but he makes the 4-yard line. That's a solid game.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run.
He's in the clear. Here he goes. What a catch and run by the junior.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. You want to avoid a 3rd and long. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. And that will give them the lead now. This quarterback told us this is my time to shine. Playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
First play of the drive now, coming up from the 29. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle for showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Looking for a gap. It's Webb. And he's wrapped up short of the marker there as the time runs down here in the 3rd quarter. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. The pass ball is incomplete. Took a deep shot on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The final quarter coming up. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. As we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. All right, here comes the 4th quarter. Everything to play for here. Who's going to stay alive, survive, and advance in the college football playoff? We begin the quarter with a crucial unusual play. Offense setting up for this third down. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. A wasted opportunity for a much-needed. And now the first play of this drive now from the 35. Leaning on the run game here. He's past the marker and still going. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. That's an important first down on that running play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2. The defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. Defensive timeout taken here. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? It's a quarterback keeper. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Yeah, the quarterback to me looked like his timing and rhythm just off a bit there on this option. Picked up some positive yards, but not able to get out in the open space and get a first down.
Quick pass, the catch is made. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone. Georgia has moved into the red zone.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They'll give it to the running back. And he fights in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Breaks into the clear. They make the tackle, but that's enough for a first down, and that should do it. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the ground, it's Webb. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. In the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to wrap it up. The loser starts the offseason. The winner moves on. And so do we. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. tight end goes in motion before the snap. And the back gets the football. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the second and third down coming up.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
Really good route here by the receiver, but I love the quarterback's ability to look off that safety and make that throw. And that's part of the quarterback's job here when you play in Athens for this Georgia offense. They've had some great quarterbacks over the years. Guys like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Murray, and more recently Jake Fromm, and of course Stetson Bennett, who won back-to-back national championships. And what they're seeing today from this quarterback, they got to be very proud of.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, he makes the catch. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Dogs pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Jukes to get free. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. So now it's third and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a fourth down stop. Looking for the wideout. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Bulldogs, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down.
29 Philly.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Bring the pressure, and down he goes.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Looking to pass here on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout, but they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Now they put that nickel defense, and I think that's the right call. You get more.
Ready? Get set.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep downfield to the left. And it's hauled in way downfield. Touchdown, Dogs. No chance to catch him there.
Hey, we see more and more of this in college football. If you get the right guy in that slot, they can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Running with purpose. They get him down, but a solid run by the freshman.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. Let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off and some nice positive yards.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on the first down. Incompletion makes it second down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? Their own defense. Man, when I played, I used to have defensive guys come down and tell me when we'd have a long drive how much it would allow them to rest.
Headed for the end zone. They've got him down at the 3. Big gain in that completion. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime.
Okay, ready?
Movement here from the tight end. They get the second half started with the running play. Breaking free at the 35. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Georgia. They continue to roll up the score.
What a touchdown. Anytime you see a play go for that many yards, everything has to come together. The offensive line did their job, the running back's vision and instincts and speed, and the play caller setting up the perfect personnel group.
So the drive will begin backed up at their own 6-yard line. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's tackled out beyond the 10-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Here he goes. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
On the move now. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with his secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball with 36. It's a solid run, gives the offense a first down and a new set of downs. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's White. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking for a man. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now, the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
That's a nice pickup there. They rise some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarter
has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Still no answer. That's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And now the stage is set for this season's ultimate college football game. We will see you at the national championship. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Is handed off out of the shotgun. A change of direction. He's past the marker and still going. Many steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
These big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Delivers quickly to the left side. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Oh, incomplete. He's very lucky that wasn't intercepted. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
And that's what he likes to do. He knows he's a weapon out there, not just with his arm, but when he can pull it down on an option like this and pick up a big chunk of yards, it can leave any defense with their head spinning.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Close to the tight end. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Just a really good ball here to be able to pick up this first down for the Georgia offense. And, you know, being able to have a balanced attack, so important in modern college football, and Georgia does that as well as anybody.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid game, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now 3rd down coming up. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. The sure hands. It's Taylor. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up for the 1st down at the 21. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. He'll throw it now. It's a quick grab.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw it to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
Going absolutely nowhere. Awesome.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much.
Touchdown, Dogs. Great catch and run for 6. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, grinding scoring drive.
And think about this is the national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense, and that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. So the offense clicking now, building the lead, and this one could get into the hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Moves out of the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Caught way downfield and still running inside the 20. Oh, the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. This offense scorched the defense with a lightning strike, a one-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to 30.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Following the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 30. Lets it go quickly. And it's incomplete. He just missed his target, overthrowing it.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
He escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. This offense has been hard to stop here in the first half, and they punch it in and build the lead before the break. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. Second down and goal. And the quarterback keeps it here. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
This with another touchdown. This first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a...
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
They'll give it to the back. First down, looking for more now. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Swarm with a pass rush.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Dogs keep the football on the move. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the quarterback dropping back. Pass caught on a comeback route.
Chris, I think this is one of the tougher throws to make for a quarterback. From one side of the field to the other on the comeback. Really good route by the receiver. And not only that, how about his ability to be able to get his foot down, make the catch, and get out of bounds?
Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. It's a quarterback keeper. He's in the clear. Also out of bounds, close to the end zone.
Yeah, we know this guy can spin it, but you can't forget about his wheels, too. That's another first down for this offense, and they are feeling it.
1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Georgia. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Has the 1st down and more. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34. 1st down here for this offense. Quarterback drops back. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Running back has it on a screen now.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Important 3rd down play coming up. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Breaks into the clear. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And there's the handoff. Put to the end zone. And he could not.
On the set. 29.
Quarterback still with the football. The sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Running back grabs it on the screen. Here he goes. He's in the clear. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and you're closing in on the red zone now with a first down. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as...
Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something.
Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21.
Moves.
Grinding away with a running game. He shreds the tackle.
Hat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense looking to convert on third and short with 27. Play fake, looking to throw. On the move now. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football.
What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And then there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.